Hey there. So if you've been looking for a beginner-friendly way to start a real online business, one that can actually scale, then you are in the right place. Today, we're diving into the complete 2026 blueprint for making money with something called PLR digital products. Let's get right into it.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about why PLR is such an amazing shortcut. Then, and this is super important, we'll get into the legal stuff, understanding your rights. After that, I'll walk you through a simple 5-step launch plan, and finally, we'll wrap up with a realistic look at profits, pitfalls, and the real potential here. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. I want you to think of PLR as your fast-track pass. It lets you skip the single biggest thing that stops most people in their tracks when they try to start an online business, actually creating a product from nothing.
I mean, this is the big question, right? You see people making money selling digital planners, ebooks, all that stuff, and you think, I could do that, but then the idea of spending weeks, maybe even months, designing and writing one from scratch, it's just completely overwhelming. Well, PLR is the solution to that exact problem.
So what on earth is PLR? It stands for Private Label Rights. Basically, it's a special kind of license that lets you buy content that someone else already made, and then you get to legally edit it, put your own brand, your own logo, your own colors on it, and sell it as if it was yours all along. It is a total game changer.
And here's why this is so huge for beginners: proven demand. Instead of spending a month creating a product and just hoping people want to buy it, you get to start with products in markets where people are already spending money. Think about it. You're not guessing if people want a budget planner. You know they do. This takes so much of the risk off the table.
And check this out. What's this number all about? That is your potential profit margin. Since we're talking about digital products, there's no shipping, no inventory, no manufacturing costs. Your costs is super low. You might buy a product license for, say, $20, and then you can sell it over and over and over again, an unlimited number of times.
Okay, but before you dive in, we have to talk about something that is absolutely crucial. You have to understand the different types of licenses out there. Because getting this part wrong, that can get you into a lot of trouble. So let's break this down to keep your business safe and profitable.
This table makes it super clear. You've got resell rights, or RR. That means you can sell it, but you can't change it. Then there's master resell rights, MRR. With that, you can sell the product and you can sell the rights to sell the product to your customers. But look at PLR. It's the only one that gives you that check mark under Edit and Rebrand. It gives you the full power to make it truly yours.
So what's the bottom line here? It's simple. If your goal is to build a real, unique brand that people recognize and not just be another person reselling the exact same thing, then PLR is without a doubt the most powerful option. That flexibility is what lets you stand out from the crowd and build a real, long-term business.
All right, now for the fun part. You've got the what and the why. So let's get into the how. This is your practical 5-step game plan to take you from just having an idea all the way to making actual income.
So here they are, the 5 steps we're going to walk through, one by one. We'll start with picking a profitable niche, then finding a great product. Next, the most important part, customizing it. Then, setting up your digital shop. And finally, marketing and scaling up.
First things first, your niche. You can't build a house on a shaky foundation, right? Same thing here. Your niche is everything. You want to focus on what are called evergreen topics, things people are always interested in, not just some passing fad. The real key is to solve a specific problem for a specific group of people.
So need some ideas on where to start looking? Well, here are 4 of the hottest, most reliable niches heading into 2026. Health and wellness, personal development, finance, and online business. Why? Because people are always looking to improve in these areas. They're full of buyers ready to spend money on solutions.
And here is a pro tip that'll put you way ahead of the competition. Don't just sell a generic finance planner. That's too broad. Get specific. A finance planner for freelancers talks directly to a very specific customer with very specific problems. It's called sub-niching, and it lets you cut through the noise and attract your perfect customer.
Okay, step 2, finding your products. Look, not all PLR is created equal. You want to find stuff that's actually good, well-written, up-to-date, and from a seller you trust. And most importantly, make sure it has that clear license to edit. And you don't need to break the bank here. You can honestly get started with less than $50.
Now we're at what I believe is the single most important step in this whole process, customization. This quote nails it. Just grabbing a PLR product and throwing it up for sale as is a fast track to failure. You won't stand out, and some platforms, like Etsy, can even shut your shop down for it.
So how do you make it yours? It's pretty simple, actually. First, rewrite parts of it so it sounds like you. Second, splash your brand all over it, your logo, your colors. And here's a pro tip. Update any examples or stats in the product. That little touch makes it feel fresh and way more valuable.
Let's move on to step 4, setting up your shop. You've got this amazing, unique product. Awesome. Now, where are people actually going to buy it? This is your digital storefront, and choosing the right one is key.
And you've got some fantastic options. Etsy is perfect for beginners because the customers are already there, searching for what you have. Gumroad is super simple. You can be up and running in minutes, seriously. And then there's Shopify. That's for when you're ready to build a full-blown brand, an empire with total control. And the final step, which, let's be real, never really ends, marketing. A great product doesn't just sell itself. You have to get it in front of people. Visual platforms like TikTok and Pinterest are amazing for this, and you've got to start building an email list from day one. That list, that's pure gold for long-term growth.
Okay, we've laid out the entire plan. So for our last section, let's talk real numbers, real expectations, and the common mistakes you absolutely need to sidestep to make sure you succeed.
So let's talk money. How much can you actually make? Now, these are not crazy pie-in-the-sky numbers. For a beginner who really focuses and does the customization we talked about, $2,000 to $5,000 a month is a totally realistic goal. And once you get good at this, intermediate sellers can definitely scale that up to $5,000 to $10,000 a month and even more.
But to get to those income levels, you have got to dodge these common mistakes. We've hammered this home, but never sell without customizing. Don't go too broad with your niche. Always read and follow the license terms. And finally, don't underprice your products. You put work into making it unique. Price it accordingly. People value what they pay for.
So there you have it, the complete 2026 blueprint for building a profitable online business with PLR digital products. The strategy is here, the steps are clear, the entire blueprint is yours. The only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?